Okay, so look, I'm not a negative person, right? I like to think that like I'm a realistic kind of person. That did not sound like educated at all. Um, it's just like there's a difference between people who are like, "Oh, poor me, life is like depressing and shit," and then there's the other people who are like, "Yeah, that's life, just another day, same shit, you know." And I feel that I don't feel I know I'm in that category because like honestly I look at every new day as a new day. It's just more of like the patterns of people that just make it the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But like every day is good. You know? I will say though, I do not want to uh be here, but I'm here. And that's okay. That's okay, right? The main point in all of this is the fact that I like I like listening to like heavy metal and emo music, right? I get it, two different genres, but in the end of the day, dude, like people like to just put all that into one thing and say like, "Oh, that sounds so negative." Like that sounds like dude or like why they sound angry or why they sound like imagine they just say like like all rap music is bad. Like all Christian music sounds fucking lame. You know what I'm saying? No, you get from time to time those fucking bangers. And like bro, everyone's going to know this shit. Oceans. Thank you. The song Oceans, that shit like come on, that's like a reverse version of Drown from Bring Me the Horizon. You know what I'm saying? Like literally listen to Oceans and then listen to Drown. You know? Crazy. You know? And and then if you know if you're on the Christian side, you know what Oceans is, and then you've listened to Bring Me the Horizon's Drown, you'll feel that shit too. Um you know, it's all a matter on how a person's perspective is, right? Yes, the artist who's singing that song has a message, has a, you know, a a form of what they're trying to communicate, but to people who relate to that, if not, to just express themselves. But in the end of the day, the person who's listening to it, they're gonna feel whatever they're going to feel, you know, and that's the whole point of music and art and stuff like that. It's supposed to allow you to experience this feeling of what you're trying to interpret, you know, that specific art is, you know. And that's the thing. I like emo music, bro. I like that. You know. Uh like give me that Fall Out Boy, early Blink 182, like I said, Bring the Horizon, favorite band. Favorite band. I just got turned on to Eminence, Harper, all that shit, dude. And like again, that shit just gets me pumped up for the day. That shit gets me fucking riled up. The part, like there's this part in this one song called Chelsea Smiles by Bring the Horizon where he's like, the only way I'll ever smile if you cut me ear to ear. Facts, bro. Facts. Like that's how I feel sometimes. That's and it's not to be negative, but you know, like yeah, like you keep telling me to fucking feel this way, and or you should smile more, or you should, like, dude, my life is like this, and I don't need to show whatever you're feeling because you don't know what's going on in here and in here. You know, like I said, I like to think of myself as like realistic, you know, and positive at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, if someone's having a down day, I'm gonna like, well, hey, at least you're not dead. You know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, I wish. I mean, me too, but like, you know, we're here. Like, what am I supposed to, like, do you want me to be like, oh no, please don't, like, bro, you know, person about person about to jump, do a backflip. You know what I'm saying? Do a backflip. Go out with the story. If not, then hey, come on, man. Step down from that ledge, my friend. Wish you would step it down that ledge, my friend. You know, but that's just it. Like, it's not, people are gonna be people, and everyone's a main character in their own environment. That's just it. Like, you know, and for me, the music that I like, you know, I'm not negative, you know. I just That's something that I just feel, you know, and this music expresses exactly that feeling, you know. Doesn't make me like I hate my life, or, you know, no. It just helps me really um focus on the thought and process of trying to figure out what's going on, you know, um in that state of mind, you know. It, like, imagine where people like, oh, you need to be high to listen to EDM, and or, you know, like, no, you don't, you know, no, you don't. um you need to be in street life, you know, to understand rap music. um See, now that's a tough one, because you don't need to understand, as in, like, it's not always about street life, right? But it's about the message of the life, you know, something that some people will not, you know, or could not relate to, um unless you've gone through it. And it's more of a trench thing, you know. It's more of a trench thing, uh and the story of that, you know. Well, that also actually depends on what, because there's different types. Just, yeah, that, literally that too. There's different types of rap music. There's different types of EDM. There's different types of uh you know, it's just all these different there's genres, and then there's styles, you know. um like, for me, right, some people were surprised that that I like rap, right? But more of like hard, you know, Bone Thugs and Harmony. My favorite song is No Surrender. You know, No Surrender. And surprisingly, you know, my dad, who was a metalhead, um introduced me to that at a young age. I think I was like 5 or 6. But man, that was a song that I always wanted to hear. No Surrender, Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know. And then later on, it wasn't until middle school is when I experienced like, metal, was like Avenged Sevenfold and Slipknot. Beforehand was like Nirvana, Green Day, and all those other bands. Oasis. But yeah, I would say those are the styles that I lean towards because it's a story and it's a message of like of this is what a life is, you know. I kind of hope that I'm not rambling here. I feel like some people that know me will understand or like get where I'm coming from. You know, uh, again, all this is just me rambling and venting and just talking about what's on my head, like what's on my mind. But yeah, that's just it. Like, I like that kind of music, and that doesn't make me a negative person. Liking rap music doesn't make you a violent person. You know, EDM doesn't mean that like, you're one of those people. I don't know what the fuck that means, but you do with that as you wish. But yeah, that's just basically that. You know, I like that shit. I'm excited to go to the Bring Me Horizon concert. That's literally one of my favorite bands. You know what I'm saying? They're like the Linkin Park of metal. you know, but yeah, and that's just the thing. Like, I find it hard at times to express my feelings because the way that I grew up, I was see, I'm pausing because I don't want to say too much. But just to say is that like as a kid, I wasn't able to really express how I felt. And even though my dad, wanted to hear like, hey, what's up and everything like that, to be honest, there was no time to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad, and it's not to blame my dad or anything like that. Like he himself, when he grew up, didn't even, all I know is that he was just there for my brother and I. That's just basically it, and did what he had to do. But we had to grow up, at a young age. And so, expressing yourself is a no-no in the adult world. Yeah, of course you could express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to express yourself. But damn, I don't even know how to explain that either. In certain environments, you can't. You can't. And good luck. Because, the reason why you don't express yourself, as I'm doing right now, is you leave yourself open for any possibility of someone to say something towards you or do something towards you. And what's it called? My dad just didn't want my brother and I to grow up in this naive mentality, you know what I'm saying, where if we did express ourselves, the world is going to bend or be like, oh, are you okay? You okay? Because it's not, you know. So you you basically learn to be your own support system, and you basically learn to process and be like, okay, I can't feel this way, but you know, I can understand this and 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 move forward. Um, and so basically, this music allows me to have that outlet. Um, you know, it's kind of tough because I'm really stopping myself to want to talk. You know, I want to talk, but I don't want to talk. You know, uh, because I know I have to do this for myself, but don't want to because I don't want to say the wrong things, and I don't want to sound like, yeah, you know. But yeah, that music just basically helps processes that stuff, you know. One of the most popular ones, like how it was back then, but now it's like super popular, is that song Can You Feel My Heart, you know? Um which when they play in the concert, fucking great. You know, my all-time my top favorite one that I can listen to for like a whole entire year nonstop is Sleepwalking. You know, because it's great. You know, that's it. Just is that process of climbing out the hole and getting back in, and you know, and just keep on fucking trying because it's not easy. And Can You Feel My Heart? It's just the other day when I was talking to my dad, um, growing up, he was like, "You have you have no friends. You have nobody. There's only your brother and I. You know what I'm saying? It's us three." Ever since then, you know, and the type of friends and people I've encountered and everything like that, it always clicks in my head when someone says, "Oh, we're my friends. Oh, this is my friend," and uh, I adopted that because he's not wrong, but it's not. He's not wrong, but it's not right. Because in the end of the day, I don't trust you. You know, I trust you to fuck me over, but I trust you enough to prove me wrong. You know, that's it. I want you to prove me wrong that you're not that person. And it's more disappointment than it is like you know, and yeah, that's just it. Like that kind of stuff just like really just drilled in. So then, you know, when it does happen, it's like you already knew. You already knew. You know, um you already knew, and when you listen to that music, it helps you just drown that shit out. Those voices and everything like that just stops. You know what I'm saying? That sounded crazy, but not like that. Um and again, it just helps you to just process that emotion easier, where you could express it and you just breathe through it, and it's a form of release, you know. I understand that, what's it called? I live in a certain area, not mentioning for reasons, but those who know, um, but I didn't grow up over here. You know, I grew up in another location with a whole nother mindset. And, you know, it's crazy to try to intertwine those two realities and those two different types of thought process, because in this area it's not really hardcore as people put it. It don't get me wrong, it's tough, and it could be you know like hard at times, but like what the life before, no. Like, dude, man, that was crazy. Those different mindsets, different mindsets. Cause over here it's not. I don't. There's struggle, but it's not that kind of. It's not. It's not too. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's more of like oh, I have to deal with rent. You know. Um. Oh man, my parents are grounding me. Oh, how I'm gonna get to the mall. You know. Down over there, it's like, yo, if the streetlights are turning out, I mean, when the streetlights come on, uh, go inside. You know what I'm saying? Streetlights are on, go inside. Don't go to this corner. You know that kind of thing. You know, people bringing weapons to school. You know, I don't know how it is now because obviously I'm an adult and I don't know gentrification was happening and everything like that. Because I remember driving by that area, you know, um, when you see when you see like a vegan store, totally different vibe in that area. So, maybe it's lighting up, you know, lightening up, maybe, which is not bad, but you know, or maybe that person's like, you know what, I'm gonna be the first, and they did that. But back to the main thing, yeah. So this music, just helps me process these emotions and being able to just, you know, accept them for what they are, and then just exert that energy, you know, to where it needs to go. I am really, really killing this whole thing. You know, I am not making sense. Because at this point, I'm just rambling. And again, you guys don't have to watch this. You guys literally do not have to watch this. This is like, you know, if you guys are, I don't know how many episodes. I don't even know what number episode this is, but like, I know it's my second video episode. Yeah. So thank you for tuning in to the video episode. This is a portion of my room. But yeah. You don't have to keep watching these. This is just me talking, using this as an outlet, and then for weirdos out there to use this for their homework to figure out either how to stalk me or what's it called, talk shit about me, which well, people already get to do that in the comments, but other people, personal people. Yeah, I'm going to end this soon, actually. You know, but yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in, you know, as I talk and ramble. And feel free to go in the comments and say whatever you guys want to say, you know, or put in fun facts or, you know, talk shit. Like, to be honest, like you know, I did say this in the last video, though. I don't know what the YouTube guidelines are. And I don't know if people are going to be sensitive to flagging your comment or anything like that. Just be kind of mindful of what you put so your comment doesn't get flagged. Like, again, I don't care. I really do not care. But, you know, so just be careful and mindful of other people in the comment section. And I hope you have a great day. And fuck, I want to end this, but I'm kind of freezing up here. Like, damn, I am not looking good. I mean, I'm not trying to look good, but it's like, I would say I'm low-key kind of embarrassed, because if any of like people that I know in my personal life watch this, hi. You've stumbled on secret, you know, another life, another I don't even know. But yeah, you found me. Holy crap. I'm just talking, rambling, and I'm putting this out there just to do that. And I hope you guys have a great day, and take care. Bye. Whew.